So friend, I heard you want 2024 to be your year, right? You want to be that girl, achieve all your dreams. You're coming for everything that was meant for you, right? Well, I got some bad news for you. Nothing is going to change if you don't actually change. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming to you guys with the video that every other person is coming to you guys with, which is on how to prepare for 2024. But the thing about this video that might be slightly different than the others is that I'm about to give you the hard truth. I had to hear the hard truth, so you're gonna have to hear the hard truth too. It's 2024. I gotta go into the new year being real with myself and y'all. So I'm about to just tell you how it is. I hope y'all still mess with me after the end of the video and understand I'm talking to myself too, so it's fine. Make sure to like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to this channel, do all the things that all the YouTubers tell you to do. Let's just get right into it. This is an urgent message and I need you to hear it now, before this month is even over, before 2024 starts. Around the new year, everybody gets that little itch to start making resolutions, to start making changes, to really revamp their life. And I'm pretty sure that at this point, it's just one of those things to do. You're not doing it because you really want to change. You're doing it because it's a new season and you feel like, well, might as well do it now. But you're starting off on the wrong mindset, okay? Realistically, if you truly want to change, you should be able to do it in the middle of July. You should not be waiting on a new year to do it. So if you're solely making changes because it's the new year, you're already starting off on the wrong foot, girl. You need a why. Don't y'all like that segue into my first point? You need to know your why, okay? A lot of times we are making changes, but why? Why do you want to wake up at 5 a.m.? Really? Because if you have a valid reason, cool. But if you're just doing it because it's a trend or because it's a new year and you feel like you should, you're not gonna do it. You're going to fail because you don't have a real reason to stick to it. Every choice that I make is for my future family. I'm making choices to be a better person, to be a better Christian, to be a better servant in my community, to be a well-rounded, whole person for my future husband, for my future children, because that's a big goal in my life that I have. That's honestly my main goal. So when it comes to how I treat other people, being diligent and making sure I'm studying and fulfilling my household tasks and all the things that I want to display to my children and when I am older and settled in my own place, that's my why. So for example, Jalen, why do you wake up at 5 a.m.? Because I know that one day I'm going to be super busy with children and ministry and yada, yada, yada. And I'm probably going to need to wake up to set time aside for myself or for God or for my husband or whatever the case may be. I have a strong why behind why I do everything I do. I'm not motivated to do it. I'm just going to do it. It's going to happen. I can talk myself into snoozing in for an extra hour, but I cannot talk myself into settling for a better family just because I want to be lazy right now. No ma'am, Pam. Not happening. You have to have a strong why that is personal to you, and it doesn't have to be something super deep, but I do feel like it has to be something that you can't talk yourself out of every day. If you say, I want to lose 50 pounds because I want to be skinny. Well, why do you want to be skinny? Because I want to look good to other people. It's like that why isn't really strong. You need to go into this knowing your why so that you actually stick to the things that you say you're gonna do. Because baby, you say you was gonna start a business 3 years ago. And it's no shade, but it's like, I honestly feel like, friend, if you constantly are having to push something off, I really feel like you don't have a strong why, and maybe we need to reevaluate. I'm just saying. The next thing we need to be doing to be prepared for 2024, take things one step at a time. I'm bad at this, so I'm speaking to myself too. I'm the type of person, when I want to make change, I'm changing my whole schedule the very next day. I could sleep in today, eat junk food, not study, and the next day, okay, I'm waking up at 5, I'm going to the gym, I'm going vegan. Like, I will go from 0 to 100 very quickly, and that is not maintainable. It's doable, It's possible, it can be done, but you should not be striving to do everything that way. I do feel like some things are okay to just start doing, but some things you do need to ease into. Slowly set your alarm clock back. Slowly start incorporating healthy foods. Slowly start going to the gym. Slowly start picking up your room every time you leave. I remember when I first wanted to become tidier, the first thing I did was make sure I made my bed every single day. Now, that is something that just gets done. I haven't thought about whether or not I should make my bed in months. It's just something I do, because when I first started, it was like I'm in a rush, but I said I was gonna make my bed every day, so let me make my bed every day. To where now I always have time to make my bed, because who's not gonna make their bed? Little steps like that are what lead to big changes, but going from night to day, it's not manageable for most people. Now, if you like that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give you a pat on the shoulder, because I like that. I like a person who can willpower their way. But if you can't, there's nothing wrong. There are some things I can't willpower myself into. There are some things I can't. You need to take it one step at a time, but you also need to be realistic. I'm gonna be hard on you because I like when people are hard on me and push me to my max. Don't baby yourself. You know what you actually cannot do versus you just being lazy. And this is leading into my next point. Pain or discomfort is growth. You are not going to become different by continuing to stay in your same comfort level, tolerance level. You have to push the walls out. You have to start doing things that are not like what you would typically do in order to change. A lot of people try to cheat change. They try to how to get a YouTube started in 6 months, how to start a business in 3 months, how to become that girl in 10 minutes. Some things just require straight up work. Straight up, I'm going to show up every day and do the uncomfortable things until they're not that uncomfortable anymore. In my experience, you don't just stumble across success or your goals. I've yet to hear somebody say, I wanted to become a millionaire, and then I just kept doing what I was doing, and then I just became a millionaire. You have to go out and seek knowledge and sacrifice your free time, sacrifice old habits for new habits, and it's all going to feel new, and it's all going to be a little uncomfortable, but you have to embrace that pain, that discomfort, if you truly want to change. In my life, especially within these last couple of months, nothing is familiar in my life anymore. Every situation, every location, every person, even the things I do in my free time, it's all new. They're all things that this time 2 months ago, I was not doing. And that came from slowly making choices that I wasn't making before to now. I live in a life that does feel more true to me and my new identity, but it is foreign. And that uncomfortability is scary at times because the human condition just yearns for familiarity sometimes. To just go back to doing the things that bring nostalgia. That's okay if you want to peek down memory lane, from time to time, but completely going back and falling into old patterns just because it's familiar or comfortable, yeah, you're not going to change that way. You got to embrace the pain. You got to embrace the uncomfortableness of it. You got to understand that where you want to go doesn't look like where you are. So you are going to have to stretch yourself and bend yourself in ways you haven't before. And that's going to come with some uncomfortable feeling. But you just got to embrace it, friend. Okay? Our next thing that we're going to do to prepare for 2024, we are going to close the gap between who we are and who we want to be. When I see somebody who has attributes that I want for myself, I oftentimes think I'm this kind of person and they're that kind of person. So I just need to stay in my bubble and not try to achieve what they have. 9 times out of 10, that person once was not who I'm seeing them to be right now. There are some things that are just part of your personality that I say you should embrace rather than try to change. But if you want to be a better conversationalist, you shouldn't say, I'm introverted and I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to do that. Close the gap between saying I'm an introvert, I can't have good conversation, I can't make small talk, to just getting uncomfortable and putting yourself in positions to where you have to work that muscle. Stop labeling yourself as not something or are something else. I know for a while I did rejection therapy. It was just something I did by myself and nothing crazy, right? But I just put myself in positions where I knew I could be rejected and that it would bring on feelings of embarrassment or uncomfortable feeling. And the funny thing is, I never really got truly embarrassed. I used to work at this job, right? And I needed to return something. For me, it was just gonna be uncomfortable. It's like going back to your old job, returning something. You have to have interactions with them. And I kind of left on like bad-ish terms. It was just a very weird situation. I was like, wait, what if I see this manager? What if I see this person? Like, I don't know. But I did it. I literally forced myself. I was like, Jaylin, you are not going to be this person forever. And so I did it. Or like going back into restaurants and being like, my food is wrong. Can you fix this? You know, just stuff like that. I know in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. Just putting yourself in those positions to be the person that you're trying to be, not limiting yourself in a box. You got to close that gap. You gotta understand that the only thing between you and the person that you wanna be are daily choices. Okay, y'all, there is no real tea, no real sauce to all of this besides hard work, except this last tip, which is going to be to center Jesus. You already knew it was coming. Y'all know what this channel is about. You know I'ma always tell you about my God, okay? You need to be surrendering to his will and relying on his strength, y'all. When I hear the word surrender, it's scary because surrendering is like, wait, I have to give over my desires and everything I want out of life to God. And then what? I'm just supposed to hope that he's going to fulfill them? Surrendering doesn't mean you're okay with whatever is going to happen, but it means that you will be okay through it. You know that Jesus has you. He is going to keep you. He is going to give you his perfect peace through whatever you're going through. And I know that if I wasn't reliant on Jesus' strength to get me through some things, breaking through from unforgiveness or bitterness or anger, if I didn't have his strength, it wouldn't get done. That's the key. If there's ever anything in you or about you that you don't like and you want to know, how do I change this thing? You can't. I can't. On my own strength, on my own volition, it's not getting done. I have to rely on the strength of the Father through me, him working in me and through me to get things done. So when I wanted to change and be a better person, it wasn't because Jaylin finally tightened up enough and worked hard enough and finally learned how to do it. It was because I submitted and surrendered to my Father who did the work in me and through me, which is now why I'm able to live in the new identity that he has given me, and is why I am prepared for 2024 before 2023 even ended. And you can be too, friend. So yes, while hard work and just knowing your why, getting things done and just thugging it out, that is what needs to be done, understand that you are going to need God's grace paired with that. I am wishing y'all the best for 2024. Don't worry, I'm gonna still be here. Y'all see the uploads, y'all see the consistency. So I'm gonna be here with you, friend. 2024 is calling my name. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped. I'm so ready to see what this new year is gonna bring. I'm gonna be 21. I'm just excited to enter this new era of my life. I know that God moves in a quick and a new way, and I feel that and I'm claiming that for my life. So I hope that this video has pointed you maybe towards looking inward and seeing what you need to do to change some things. Girl, I got some videos to help you if you need some extra tips and some extra help. But yeah, y'all, I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.